This is Drew Page, and it's been a while since I've done a live stream, and I'm going to see if I can get this thing going here. If you have any problems seeing or hearing me, please put it down in the comments and let me know. And hopefully, I'll be able to see these things come through as you're checking in. So, wanted to hop on here, just share a few things about today. Um, so this morning I had a show cause in a child custody case, and I was representing the defendant, and there was an allegation by the other side that my client had violated the court order, and the only way that they could have proved that was through the testimony of the child, and that is because of the evidentiary rule on hearsay. And hearsay is any out of court statement that's offered for the truth of the matter asserted. And so this family tried to present evidence of what the child had said happened, and because they didn't have the child in court, it was hearsay. And short of some exception to the hearsay rules, which there was none in this case, you can't present that if there's an objection to hearsay. So I made an objection. The judge sustained my objection, and the other side wasn't able to present any evidence, and so my client was able to win the the child visitation show cause, and so she was very happy, and of course I was happy to end the week on a win and to start the holiday off with a W in the column. So anyway, thought I would share that real quick and remind you that I do still have a book for sale, The Right Defense for a Traffic Offense in Virginia. I had someone ask for a signed copy, and I signed it today, and I'll be taking that to them this weekend. So if you would like a copy of that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to get you that, and we'll get together, and either I can ship it, or you can come by and pick it up, or I can deliver it, whatever you'd like. Also, wanted to just throw out there, this is a 4-day weekend, right? And everybody is kind of saying, hey, this is time off. This is a time to relax. This is a time to take things easy. And yeah, that is absolutely, there should be some time for you to rest. But what happens is that once you get into that rest mode and you start to, take things a little easy, then you lose that ability to, want to dominate that you may have had previously, or you may just need to get that fire rekindled. So what are you going to do this weekend? Are you only going to rest? Or are you just going to sit around and watch TV? You're just going to veg out? And, that's what a lot of people are going to do. They're going to party. They're going to drink. They're going to veg out. They're going to watch TV, hang out. And I'm going to do some of that. I'm not going to, the front, you're going to probably see some pictures and videos of, got to do a swimming pool put in, and we're going to be hanging out there at the pool, and I'm going to be watching some movies, I'm sure, with my kids and stuff. But that is not all I'm going to be doing. I've got, for example, I got this book here I'm reading called The Articulate Advocate: Persuasive Skills for Lawyers. I've already read all over half of it, and I plan on finishing that this weekend. I plan on watching some YouTube videos on motivation, on business, on lawyering, on all kinds of things, so I can improve myself and maybe use some of this extra time, since the office is going to be closed on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, to be able to make myself better, to make the business better, and to get more known out there. What are some things that you do to improve yourself, especially on weekends like this? Are you one who just says, hey, I'm going to just take all this time off, I don't need to do anything, I'm not worried about it, I'm retired, or I don't have a job that I really feel the need, I need to improve myself? Let me assure you that we all have room for improvement. Even if you have a regular 9 to 5, you think that there's no way for you to move up the corporate ladder, you are exactly the person that needs to be finding ways to improve their position, whether it's learning about real estate investing or the stock market, or learning about other career avenues, other skills that you can add to your arsenal. Use weekends like this, these long weekends, not as just a time to just be like, oh, whatever. Use these as times to dominate your field and become the best that you can be in your field. I want to be the best lawyer in Virginia. When people think I need a lawyer, I want them to think Drew Page's law firm. I want them to think I want Drew Page and nobody else. Now, I can admit that I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to that. But I want to work and dominate and get known to the point that I don't have to introduce myself anymore. When I walk in the room, I don't have to say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Drew Page." Everybody already knows who I am. That's what I'm working for. You say, "Well, that's braggadocious. That's self-centered." Well, you can think that, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. But the fact of the matter is this: is I want to dominate in my industry. And one of the things I've had to learn recently in getting to that point is how to say no. And I've had to say no to things that people have asked of me, what they wanted me to do for them. I'm not doing it anymore. I was on the court-appointed list for over a decade, and there are probably some times where I would like to have those extra dollars come in, but I mean the time that I'm spending, I'm going to court 10 times on a $120 misdemeanor case. I'm just not going to do that anymore. I want to focus on what I need to focus on, and what I need to focus on are cases that are going to end up helping me to grow and to grow the firm and to help the most amount of people. And fiddling around with little cases, spending a lot of time on these small little court-appointed cases is taken away from my ability to be able to take care of my retained cases and to take care of my personal injury case. I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm 100% focused on growing the business at Randall Page and Broke where I'm at, and growing my personal brand and making sure that when people want a lawyer, they're like, I want Drew Page. I learned a lot on the court-appointed list. I learned a lot about trying cases and all those things, and now it's somebody else's turn. It's time for somebody else to do that, so I can focus on what I need to focus on. So you've got to learn to say no. There are people who want me to do things. They want me to post on certain things. They want me to, do this certain type of thing. And I'm not going to do it because it doesn't benefit anything and it doesn't add. All it does is take away from me being able to do what things will actually grow and develop my personal brand as well as my firm. And I'm just not going to do it. So, people can say I'm not a team player. They can say I would care about myself and all that. That's fine. They can say whatever they want. But, 5, 6, 7 years from now, when we've blossomed and grown and blown up, nobody's going to care about what they thought I should have done 5, 6, 7 years ago. You have to make those kind of decisions. And when you make those kind of decisions? On weekends just like this. You get a book, you get a journal, and you write your goals out in the back, just like I do, and you just focus on those goals every single day. And September is actually a perfect time to kind of go through your goals and see what you set out at the beginning of the year, and see what you've accomplished and what you haven't accomplished, what you have left to accomplish in the year. September is kind of like the month of renewal. So if there were some things that you wanted to focus on in 2022 that you haven't gotten to, get back on the wagon. Today's the day to get on that. Jump back on and commit. You got to commit to getting these things done. So I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Please drive careful. Keep your head on a swivel. People, the roads are going to be packed, and there's going to be law enforcement everywhere. So pay attention to what you're doing. Don't speed. Don't drive recklessly or carelessly. If somebody injures you, if somebody hits you, they collide with you, and you get injured as a result of their negligence, don't admit to any wrongdoing. Call me, message me, and I can help you with your personal injury case, your car accident case, your motorcycle injury case, your tractor trailer truck injury case. I can help you with all of that. So I hope you have a blessed and restful but self-improving Labor Day weekend. Take care.